Alright, welcome back to the stream. I am Ref Jayhawk. I am here with Logan.
Yeah.
This is WWF Championship Wrestling, and we're going to base it off of June 2nd, 1984, for the most part. Fudging it a little bit with the main event, but let's go ahead and go over the lineup we've got for today. We are going to open with Greg the Hammer Valentine, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano against Chief J. Strombo. Dr. D. David Schultz will take on FD Special Delivery Jones. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff will take on Billy Travis. Sergeant Slaughter will take on the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. And in our main event tonight, Hulk Hogan defends the WWF Championship against George Animal Steele, accompanied by his manager, Mr. Fuji. Got some big action coming up here. On the Capricoda Championship Wrestling, we got about an hour to get through it. Let's go ahead and get it started.
Yeah, also if you're watching our live stream like half an hour ago.
Yeah, we just got done with an episode. We crowned new tag team champions on that last episode. Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch winning the tag team championship. We figured out our workaround to get around that stupid glitch where, oh hey, let's just stare at our opposing opponent for a little bit, the illegal men, and do nothing for 20 minutes or however long it winds up being. We figured a way around it. We're able to get that match accumulated and done. All matches, 1 fall, 10-minute guy from that main event, which will be 1 fall, 30. Go ahead and get it started, and hopefully nobody new had any issue that caused hair to be missing. I really don't want to do that again, but
too late because we're already.
Well, if they come out bald now, they're gonna be bald for this show. Look, I'm not fixing it mid-show.
Yeah, it's too late.
Let's go ahead and get this started. It's going to be an interesting matchup here. I'm going to talk a little bit about this feud once the match gets started.
Making his way to the ring from Seattle, Washington.
Loses. To you watching. Feel free to put anything in the chat. We'll answer some questions.
Greg the Hammer Valentine, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, on his way to the ring here, opening up this episode of WWF Championship Wrestling. And if you are in that chat room, thank you for joining us. We want your involvement. Please feel free to chat away. We will answer questions as they come up. We will comment as we see it. If you're watching on YouTube, the comment section is open. All I ask with the chat or the comment can be respectful. Constructive criticism is fine. I hate to say this with a 10-year-old in the room, but don't be a dick. Be respectful.
I'm laughing for some reason.
Chief J. Strombo got pyro. Nobody else gets pyro.
What's pyro?
The firework.
Oh.
Nobody else gets pyro. I think that's stupid.
Well,
Alright, so we are getting ready here. Alright, so these two men have had a feud about 5 years before this, 1979. Greg the Hammer Valentine locked Chief J. Strombo in the figure 4 leg lock. I don't know if he broke his leg or just did some severe damage to his leg. I don't remember. But Strombo missed significant time. When Strombo came back, these two guys had a lot of matches all around the WWF territory, including in an Indian strap match. I don't think we can say Indian strap match anymore, political correctness. I think we have to call it a Native American strap match now.
Alright.
Although the guy playing Chief J. Strombo was Italian. He wasn't actually Native American. So.
Darn.
Right in that figure 4 leg right off the bat. I was like going to try to break that leg again in the opening 30 seconds of this match.
Well, just feel free to put anything in the chat. Just be respectful.
Strombo got out of that figure 4 leg. Springboard truck. That's the only issue with doing a accumulating streams like this. Is the move kits are what they are. Chief J. Strombo never did a springboard anything in his life. It never happened. Chief J. Strombo with the arm going for that hammerlock. Going to pull back on that wrist here. Trying to gain some advantage that way. Double knee drop to the back by Chief J. Strombo.
Still, make sure to follow on Twitch. Make sure to follow on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok.
Okay, I do not want these streams to turn into an hour of just follow us on whatever. We'll mention it. We mention the beginning. We'll mention the beginning. We'll mention at the end. We'll
Also, make sure to hit like and subscribe on YouTube and the notification bells.
Okay. And now we are not going to plug anything else until the end. I'm not gonna come up and chat.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I don't like streams that are constantly plugging stuff. Maybe if we get popular enough that people start paying us money to plug stuff, maybe we'll throw ads in there.
Guess you want sponsors?
I'm not going to turn money down. We got a figure 4 leg lock on the floor here. Jumbo again reversing the pressure of that figure 4. Valentine's going to break the hold. They've got a 10 count, get back in the ring. The count already at 5. Count the cat kick. Couple of needs there by Jumbo. Jumbo better get in the ring. Greg the Hammer Valentine already had a couple of shots at the Intercontinental Championship since returning to the WWF a few months ago. Jumbo, multiple time tag team champion. Team with a quote-unquote brother, Chief Jewel Jumbo. Team with Billy White Wolf. I believe he was champion with Kenny King at one point.
Which Strombo brothers did you try to make in 23? Was it Jay or Jewel?
I tried to make Jewel. I found Jay online, but I couldn't find Jewel. I tried to make Jewel.
Oh.
And I don't know if anybody made Jewel for 24 or not. I haven't looked.
Alright.
Body clamming him right on the apron. I've heard a lot of people say the ring apron's the hardest part of the ring. I think it's the ring post personally, but
like the pillars holding the turnbuckles.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part of the ring. For being
those look like metal.
They are metal.
So that's the hardest part of the ring.
Now that's my opinion. I also don't take the bump that some of the wrestlers do. As a referee, I don't have to take a lot of bump, so
unless some of them accidentally knock you out.
I mean, maybe somebody who actually wrestles full time will disagree with me, and by all means, if you are a wrestler and you disagree with me, tell me. Counting at 8. Valentine with the body claim. He's going to run back in the ring, and he's going to break the count. They just want to punish Jumbo. I mean, that's got to be what it is. He just wants to punish Jumbo. Count of 1, roll Jumbo back into the ring here.
2 count late.
Didn't quite get the 2. I give you Frankensteiner there by Greg the Hammer Valentine. Again, a movie didn't actually use in real life, but now choking him in the corner. I would like to see 2K and incorporate the 5 count for a move like that. Got to break by 5 before the disqualification. There's the elbow drop, going to go for the cover. Valentine's won a lot of matches with that elbow drop, and he's got Chief Jay stunned, and he's going to get the win. 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yep, 5 minutes went by.
Here is your winner, Greg.
What's that? 4 minutes went by.
Greg the Hammer Valentine is your winner.
I don't know why I see a can that says lights over behind your computer.
What?
If you look over behind your computer, there's like a beer can, it looks like.
Yeah, that beer can that's behind my computer that is not on camera, so I don't know why I'm telling the story, but when I was managing in Akron, the other manager hit me with that beer can at one point to knock me out, but he didn't like how often I was getting involved.
But you're a manager?
I was a bad guy manager for Rubber City Wrestling. I got hit with this beer can, and he signed it.
Dang! What? What did it say?
He autographed it.
Oh.
Oh.
Dang, he signed the beer can where he signed the beer can that I hit you with.
He signed the beer can that he hit me with.
I actually thought the page had an illegal drink.
No. When we first moved in here, the old owner left a bottle of brandy or whiskey or something down here. We didn't know about it until Paige showed it to us. I don't know what happened to it, actually. I know I didn't get any. I didn't drink any out of it.
Cause I know that could be 10 years old. All you know.
If it's like brandy or whiskey or something, it's fine. There are people that pay big money for like 20, 25-year-old alcohol. It's weird.
Is scheduled for one
That's
fall,
nasty.
making his way to the ring from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in.
All right, match number 2. Let's go.
69 pounds, Dr. D. David Wolff.
I thought I just heard an audience member say, "Damn." Oh, dang it.
Yeah, well, we've talked about the language.
Sorry.
You know your rule for language. There's no reason to swear on my stream. Only I can swear on my stream.
Sorry.
Or somebody in the chat can swear if they're at least 18.
I caught myself there. I caught myself.
Okay, well, we'll see what kind of momentum Dr. D. David Schultz can gain here tonight. He's going to be taking on FD Jones. Let's get FD out here.
And his opponent.
I'm sorry that I swear.
Pacific Islands, weighing in at 260 pounds.
That was my bad.
FD Special Delivery Jones making his way to the ring. And it'll be later tonight in game time at the Philadelphia Spectrum. Dr. D. David Schultz will be getting his shot at the Intercontinental Championship currently held by Tito Santana. Tito Santana has had a couple of tough title defenses already since we started the universe.
Sorry that I sweared.
It's fine. We're past it now. Be more careful, please. Yeah, we've already seen Tito Santana with Intercontinental title defense against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. A much tougher than expected title defense against Tiger Chun-Li last week on Championship Wrestling.
I swear the top just turned black.
What?
I swear the top of the screen. Like I swear that like the roof turned black.
Yeah, they turned the light down. They turned some of the lights down in the building. Doing that for the aesthetic purposes. There's that flying forearm there by Dr. D. David Schultz. We're also going to ski at the Spectrum later tonight in game time. We may do that today, we may not. I haven't decided yet. Iron Sheik going to get a WWF Championship match against whoever the WWF Champion is after this episode of Championship Wrestling. We're going to ski Cam Moo against the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi. We're going to ski Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against Sergeant Slaughter. Bob Backlund will be against Mr. Fuji and more at the Philadelphia Spectrum. So there's a lot of great wrestling coming up.
Okay.
And now we are outside the ring here. Dr. D. David Schultz and SD Special Delivery Jones. We still have Piper Pitt coming up here with.
A minute has gone by.
Still Piper Pitt coming up later in the episode. We've still got that world title match. We've still got Paul Orndorff and Billy Travis. We've still got Sergeant Slaughter in action. So stick around. Stay with us. Flying forearm there by FD Jones. Nicely done.
Feel free to ask questions.
Or just let us know you're here. Get involved. Let's get involved in the conversation. Here you go, elbow there by the good doctor. Get out of that body slam attempt. And now he's going to slam FD Jones over that top rope. Okay, we got a big announcement coming up for the next Madison Square Garden card, June 15th. You want to hear that?
What?
Main event, June 15th at Madison Square Garden on this stream. Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, in a boot camp match.
Dang.
And a boot camp match, for those who are not aware of it, no disqualification, no count out, no submission. The only way the match can end is by a pinfall anywhere in the building.
Falls count anywhere.
Falls count anywhere, match can only be won by pinfall.
No submissions.
So that'll be coming up in a future stream. So keep an eye out on that. See, that kind of stuff I don't necessarily mind plugging when we're pushing future matches. Well, I don't want that to be a steady lineup. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, follow me on TikTok. I don't want to overload with that.
You just did.
Look at you, little smart aleck. I've had about enough of your attitude today.
I'm being a smart aleck. Like, you told me a story about a cop without his lights on that, and you've been a smart aleck. He was probably going to his favorite donut place, and he went to a Krispy Kreme's.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The cop didn't hear me say that.
You just told us you just been a smart aleck to your friends. Were you guys in like high school?
No, I was kind of college, buddy.
Oh, you're in Kent State.
Dr. David Schultz had control for much of the matchup here, trying to gain some momentum leading up into that Intercontinental title match coming up at the Philadelphia Spectrum.
3 minutes have gone by.
Actually, coming up on 4 minutes gone by here, just over 6 minutes remaining in the 10-minute time limit. That carrying of forearms there by Dr. D. David Schultz. And there's a fifth to the midsection. And FD Jones out onto the apron, going to go out on the apron after him. They're going to knock him out. One punch knocking FD Jones off the ring apron down to the floor. Dropping the knee. See, if I had blood turned on, there'd be blood in almost every match, and that's not fun either.
Because this can be a PG or rated. This can be a PG or PG-13.
The idea is for this to be a PG-13 stream.
If they have a 10-year-old by you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There are going to be times where I swear because I'm not thinking about it. Even though I don't want you to swear, and I'm going to make an effort not to swear when you're on the stream with me. It's going to happen. People are going to join in the chat, and they are probably going to swear at points. It's fine if that happens.
As long as you're over 18, you can swear.
And just, again, be respectful in the chat. Be respectful in the YouTube comment. Here goes knee into the thigh there by Dr. D. David Schultz. We have passed the 5-minute mark of this matchup. More than halfway through the 10-minute time limit. And Dr. D. David Schultz miscalculated there. Looked like he expected FD Jones to stand up before that. And that is not what happened.
I actually thought he was going to hit him in the back, but with the game...
Nice football kick there by FD Jones. Nicely done.
I actually thought that SD Jones would have gotten his back hurt, but due to the game, he slid over. In the same position. What?
FD Jones went to work on the leg there. You notice underneath David Schultz's knee pad, he got a little bit of white there. Might be taped up from his previous injury. 4 minutes remaining in the time limit. Carrying the forearm mentioned by FD Jones. He's got Dr. D. David Schultz done, but he went for a spear there and missed it. That time he got it. There's the cover.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Got it. 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Dr. D. David Schultz loses. This is twice that Dr. D. David Schultz has been in line for a title shot and lost the match right before it. So be interesting to see how that plays out when he gets that Intercontinental Championship match. FD Jones, your winner. And Championship Wrestling rolls on. Billy Travick had a couple of upsets in previous episodes. He beat Dr. D. David Schultz. He beat Cowboy Bob Orton last week. Can he pull up another upset and defeat Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff? One fall of the 10-minute time limit. Let's go ahead and
I'm pretty sure I watched a Paul Orndorff match against Hulk Hogan for a rematch.
I showed you the cage match from Sunday Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you an explanation as to what the WWF cage matches were like.
You also showed me a rematch, I think, with the Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
I showed you the Andre Hogan, the one where Andre won the title. We are quite a way away from simulating that one. That was 88. We're still in 84.
Dang. 4 years.
We'll see if hopefully we can keep it going that long.
And that was WrestleMania 3?
The first match was WrestleMania 3. The rematch I showed you was like 10 months after that, with
yeah,
February 5th of 85.
And that was when Andre won the title, even though he didn't because his shoulder went up.
Exactly.
the referee's twin brother with plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So we're spinning out some wrestling facts.
And look, what we do on this stream, we talk wrestling history, we talk current wrestling, we talk about whatever comes to mind. That is the fun part about these type of streams.
We'll even talk about the WrestleFest in Philly.
That was a lot of fun.
We got to make our own entrances. I could have had a lot more fun with Sami Zayn.
You should have had a lot more fun with the Sami Zayn entrance, but
maybe if they put WrestleMania in Philly again.
From Lexington, Fayette, Kentucky.
well, we know WrestleMania will be in Indianapolis at some point, which is actually a little closer to us than Philly.
Like right next to Ohio.
Philly will come about a 6-hour drive. Indianapolis can come about 5. We'll.
About 1 hour closer.
Yeah, we will. When they come to Indianapolis, they haven't announced what year that is yet, but when they make the official announcement, we will keep on going to that one. But I've literally been in Indianapolis once, and I was there to watch a wrestling show, and I was pretty much in town and out. Like I was in town long enough to watch the show, get some food, and leave. Like I was being there for a few days. Yeah.
So that line at WrestleFest to meet NXT superstars took too long.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people in that building, buddy. I mean, WrestleMania itself, the stadium held 80,000 people. And there were a lot of people that were at that WrestleFest that didn't go to either night of didn't go to one or both nights of WrestleMania. The people just in Philadelphia that did that. There were people that just went to independent shows that still went to that WrestleFest. It's honestly a small miracle we didn't wait like really super long for food at all during the week. We didn't really get into a place where we went to a restaurant and had to wait more than that. We didn't really have to wait to get down or anything. Any restaurant we went to, no.
Yeah, except that restaurant in the hotel, too expensive.
Yeah. I was not expecting to pay as much in food that week, and I ended up paying in food that week, but
that burger had to get on my system.
Had some good food though, we had lots of good cheesesteaks that week.
About 3.
3 really good cheesesteaks. That ramen place too, I was surprised how much I like the food at that ramen place. I'm not normally a sushi person, but that sushi was actually pretty good.
I just got the dumplings.
Yeah, I'm not normally a sushi person, but that seafood one they had, that Philly cheesesteak one they had, and the sushi and the seafood one, the crab one they had, that was really good.
We also went to a rolled ice cream place before the eclipse.
That was good. Actually, somebody I used to work with actually had a similar place.
He owns it?
Yeah, I think her and her husband, they do it out of like a truck though, like a food truck.
Basically an ice cream truck?
They don't have a set building, so I never know where they're at. But if I ever find out where they're at and we're free, I might have to try them out. Good stuff there.
So there's a bunch of good restaurants in the historical district.
Yeah, I love Philly. I love Philly so much. Inverted Boston Crab by Billy Travick here.
Basically, the historical district is basically one history book, right?
Yeah, it's basically a living history book. We went to the Ben Franklin Museum. We went to Liberty Bell. Independent Hall tour. We're sold out the entire week we were there. We got some school trips and stuff like that. So I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to do that.
Also, the Archgate house right across from our hotel was sold out.
Yeah, those tours were sold out as well. There was just so many people in town for WrestleMania on top of school trips and things like that too. So.
Yeah, because we've seen a bunch of people.
Oh, Inside Cradle. I didn't mean to cut you off here. Inside Cradle, I Billy Travis. I thought you might get it there, but only counted 2.
Like, we saw a bunch of people with wrestling shirts on and some wrestling merch. Well, because of WrestleMania.
Well, SummerSlam in Cleveland. I still don't know if we're doing SummerSlam or not. I want to.
But too expensive.
The money's the thing.
But I'm not going to the Vegas WrestleMania next year.
No. Vegas, you are not going to. Like, there are things that you can do in Vegas, but
you wouldn't be able to do that much with me. Because I go to Vegas, I'm going to want to gamble, and I can't take you gambling. Because they're going to be questioning, because they're probably going to throw you in jail if they see a kid.
you can walk if the casino is inside the hotel. You can walk through it as long as you stay on the actual aisleway.
Yeah, not like.
But you can't. But like you can't walk by. You can't walk in between Roka machines that if they're not in the main aisleway. I mean, you can like there's nothing saying you can't be there. But you can't. It can't even look like you might want to play one of the machines. Go. Yeah, go. Vegas probably will not happen for you. Again, there are things for kids to do in Vegas. I'm not saying there aren't.
I hope when I'm 21 we can go to Vegas.
You want to go to Vegas when you're 21?
I'll be old enough to gamble. I'll be old enough to drink. That should be where I take my first legal drink.
You're probably not going to take your first legal drink in Vegas.
Well,
you'll go to Vegas. If anything, you'll go to Vegas with me on Cauliflower Alley. There's the pile driver by Paul Orndorff. That should do it. That should be the end of Billy Travis's win streak right there.
Yeah, sorry if we weren't paying attention to the match.
2. Oh, no! Orndorff is mad at the referee, and I don't blame him. I thought he had him. The crowd began to chant, "Fight forever." There's that chokehold. Again, I'd like to see them incorporate the 5 count on the chokehold. But some people don't like to have it add big accumulation in these type of games. So, yeah, a lot of people just like the arcadey version of it. 5 minutes have gone by. We have less than 5 minutes remaining. Yeah, and again, we're not always going to call the match. We're going to get off on tangents like we did there. Yeah, maybe when you turn 21, I'll take you to Cauliflower Alley with me that year if we don't have another vacation of some kind of thing.
Yeah, because at some point when I'm 21, I'm not going to be living in an apartment because I have to go to a good job, because I would have to get a job, right?
When you graduate high school, you have to start looking for a job.
Same with Emily. That I get a job when I'm in high school.
I mean, you can get a job when you're in high school if you want to, but when you get out of high school, if you decide not to go to college for whatever reason, you'll have to get a job. Billy Travis, I thought, was done after that pile driver, but he is back in control of the matchup.
If I don't go to high school, I'd be a high school dropout.
Yeah, you're going to finish school. 4 minutes remaining. There's a DDT by Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Or at the back of the trunk, Mr. Number Wonderful. Billy Travis picked him up, gonna drop him throat first over that top rope. Okay, I'm surprised I'm surprised at how well Billy Travis has been doing in this universe at this point. Snapped him over with that power slam.
Paul Orndorff looks heavy to Billy Travis. Like, look at the muscles on Paul Orndorff, look on Billy Travis.
Oh, yeah, Paul Orndorff, whoever created this Paul Orndorff did a really nice job with it. There's a flying dropkick by Billy Travis that he used that as a finisher, so this might be it.
2,
Billy Travis with
3.
another upset. 6 minutes and 55 seconds, the time of the fall. And Billy Travis is 3-0. If this match hadn't already been signed, Billy Travis probably would have gotten a shot at Hulk Hogan later today, but
I know he could be in next week.
Billy Travis could get a future shot down the line.
We're probably going to do the pay-per-view, though.
Well, the Iron Sheik got the title shot at the Spectrum against whoever wins the main event tonight. And it's about time for Piper Pit if the Piper Pit available on YouTube. I don't even know if it is.
Alright, I'll unplug my headset. And while you're playing Piper's Pit, I'm going to use
Okay, it is actually available, so you do what you need to do. I'll play Piper Pit.
First of all, first thing we want to get clear is nobody at no time makes a fool of Roddy Piper. At no time. That's a basic rule. This man I have next to me, first of all, I'd like to ask your name. Dave Wolff. Dave Wolff. And what do you do? And what do you do for a living?
I'm Cyndi Lauper's personal manager.
Are you trying to tell me that with Lou Albino, are you trying to tell me that Cyndi Lauper is making so much money and going so many places that it takes you and Albino at the same time to manage Cyndi Lauper?
No, I'm not trying to tell you that at all. I'm trying to...
What are you trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you that he has absolutely nothing to do with her career. The man is a fat bag.
Wait a second. A fat bag, wait a second. Are you sitting there calling my friend Lou Albino a liar, man?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. He's lied to me. He's lied to Cyndi. He's lied to all these fans. He's lied to the TV audiences.
Wait. You sit there 130 pounds. You must have a lot of guts someplace. Or you must be back too tight, brother. You sit here telling me a man that has ravaged rock and roll stars, managed wrestlers, rock and roll stars, been a success in everything he's done. You're sitting there, a cab driver, somebody I've never seen before, David Wolff, David Wolff, whatever your name is, saying that you are the only guy managing this superstar.
That's correct. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring her on this show, and I'm going to show all the wrestling fans the truth about Lou Albano. You know why?
How can you bring her on the show if Albano couldn't?
It's very simple. The man has no talent. He's often constipated, never imitated. And I will bring Cyndi Lauper on this show.
First of all, it's what you're doing. Get out of here, and I'll tell you something. If Cyndi Lauper comes on this show with that she says, I'll be more than surprised. I will give you a kiss and 10 minutes of time.
Okay, go Cyndi Lauper, Roddy Piper, Albano. That situation is getting interesting. Got a 10-minute time limit coming up for his next matchup here. Carson Slaughter, he geared up for Iron Sheik in that boot camp match on June 16th. Going to take on the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. This should be, and that Olympic night should be, a relatively easy win for Carson Slaughter, but I've expected Billy Travis to be an easy win for 4 weeks now. Billy Travis is 3-0. Billy Travis is 3-0 at this point, so.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Paris Island, South Carolina, weighing in at 305 pounds, Sergeant Slater!
Sergeant Slaughter making his way to the ring. And this battle for, well, the battle's not for anything, it's for bragging right. One fall with a 10-minute time limit here at our all non-title one-on-one matches in this universe. We thank you all for joining us on the stream here live on Twitch. I said earlier I don't want to do a lot of plugging of Twitter and things like that, but I am going to plug my friend True Hope Faith here on Twitch. 2 o'clock Eastern time every Sunday. She is the host of Optimus Club Championship Wrestling.
Massachusetts, weighing in at 246 pounds, Duke Peter Doherty.
The Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. My friend True Hope Faith, every Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. 7 o'clock British Standard Time on Twitch of Optimus Club Championship Wrestling. It is all created wrestler done through WWE Universe mode. A lot of fun there. I got some creative characters on there. There's a ton of great creative characters on that list. If you want to check those out, we are getting ready here. Balance gone. We are underway. One fall to 10-minute time limit. I don't know if Logan's coming back. Yeah, I don't know if Logan's coming back on commentary at all or not, but we'll see. Duke Dorchester getting that early advantage on Carson Slaughter with the right hand. Again, Carson Slaughter, Iron Sheik. June 16th at Madison Square Garden in the boot camp match. There's a big flying splash by the Duke of Dorchester there. Carson Slaughter running him over. Okay. And I mean that's the fun part with when you immediately think like that if you don't know how the Lincoln Lockers are going to happen. Billy Trevick, I know we will have in the company here for a few months. And at some point my hand will be fourth. At some point I will have to give Billy Trevick a title shot against somebody.
Hi.
Welcome back. You snuck lunch in, okay. Okay, that's fine. I've already got you plugged back in. Just put your headset back on when you're ready.
Trying to have 2 brats in my hand.
And
I'm back.
And what you missed, Logan, was the Piper's Pit with David Wolff claiming Lou Albano is not Cyndi Lauper's manager, that he is Cyndi Lauper's only manager, and that he would be the one to bring Cyndi Lauper to an upcoming Piper's Pit.
Oh.
That got the record straight. So.
Okay.
We will have to keep an eye on that situation and see what happens. As the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty, making way back into the ring. Doherty had a lot more offense in this match than I was expecting, but it's become fairly even. Slaughter had a little bit of an advantage here in the last 30 seconds to a minute or so. And again, still to come after this, the World Championship is on the line. Animal Steel. I know most of you watching this think of George Animal Steel, you think of inverted body vike here, Canadian backbreaker, however you want to word it. Doherty's going to get out of it. A lot of you think of George Animal Steel as not being much of a wrestler. He's a guy who eats turnbuckle and does a lot of biting. But George Animal Steel, one of just 2 wrestlers that I can find on record with documented World Championship matches against all of Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, Bob Backlund, and Hulk Hogan. You're looking at me like you're confused. That's a true fact. I know you're eating. But you're looking at me like you're shocked at that fact. The other one that I can find on record with that same stat, like actually George Animal Steel's manager, Mr. Fuji.
I really wasn't listening.
You really were? Okay. As long as somebody was listening, which, based on the reaction in the chat, probably had not happened. Here's the Cobra Clutch by Carson Slaughter, and he's actually going to let it go. Doherty looks like he got on his feet, though. It should just be a matter of time. If Slaughter wants to finish him, if Slaughter wants to put him away, he probably can. Gets down on the arm now, going for the cover. I would have just gone for the cover after the Cobra Clutch personally, but it's enough to get the win anyway. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Sergeant Slaughter gets the win.
Here is your winner, Sergeant Slater.
Sergeant Slaughter trying to gain that all-important momentum. And his war with the Iron Sheik continues. Again, the big boot camp match coming up on June 16th at Madison Square Garden.
No.
There's a distinct possibility that the Iron Sheik will be the WWF champion when we get to that match. But tonight at the Philadelphia Spectrum, the Iron Sheik is going to get the winner of this one. It is our main event. It is for the WWF Heavyweight Championship. Hulk Hogan, George Animal Steel, 1 fall, 30 minutes.
Please stay tuned to the end of the match.
Go ahead and get to it.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the World Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
WWF Heavyweight Championship on the line. We will have the in-ring introductions once both wrestlers are in the ring. Here comes George, the Animal Steele. Of course, George Animal Steele, we came to find out once the curtain got pulled back a little bit and they weren't so concerned with keeping their character and appearances in public. George Animal Steele was a school teacher.
What? He was?
George Animal Steele was a school teacher. He was a school teacher in the Detroit area. When he wrestled in the Detroit area, he wrestled as the student. He wore a mask. And then he would wrestle with George Animal Steele pretty much everywhere outside of the Detroit area. And he told the story once about students figuring out who he was, but they saw his picture in a wrestling magazine, coming up to him and going, "We know your secret, you're George Animal Steele." And his response to it was, "Do I really look like I'm that ugly?"
Yes.
But who was gonna tell him that? Do I look that ugly? You're gonna tell your teacher yes?
No.
Exactly. Hulk Hogan making his way to the ring. The successful title defense at Madison Square Garden a couple of weeks ago against Dr. D. David Schultz.
What does it say on his headband?
Hulkamania.
WrestleMania parody.
Yeah, but Hulk Hogan, of course, played Thunderlips in Rocky 3.
I thought he played in all the Rocky movies.
Just the one. He's only in that one scene. He's in the movie for maybe 10 minutes.
Dang.
Hogan claims that's the reason he left the WWF in '81, but I don't know if I buy it. Let's go to Mike Rowe for the introduction.
The title?
Introducing the challenger.
The designers who make the titles are good at making titles, right?
At 75 pounds, George the Animal Steele. And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
There was a pain hole in the bottom of my mouth when I was getting everything ready. There was a pain hole in the bottom of the mouth when I was getting everything ready, like trying to get the bread out.
You okay?
Yeah, no, it's not an actual pain, it's just I had two of them in my mouth at the same time. Try to make sure they don't slip out. There goes your pen.
That's fine. We're getting ready here for this championship match. Referee shows the title belt to George Animal Steele. Holds it up for the crowd to see. One fall, 30 minutes.
Also, main event.
Yep, our main event this week on Championship Wrestling. The lights go down here in the Championship Wrestling arena. And we are underway. And Hogan's going to go right to the corner with George Animal Steele.
I'm pretty sure we've been streaming since like 11 o'clock this morning.
Noonish.
Oh.
I think it homed after 11 o'clock and we didn't go downstairs right away. Hogan whipped Steele into the referee. Referee luckily stayed on his feet. But referee could have disqualified Hogan for that if he wanted to. Obviously ruled it inadvertent.
Still, every time Hogan wrestled, he has to rip off a shirt.
Yeah, Hogan ripped off his shirt with a entrance. When he wins his matches, he poses after the match.
Like this?
Yeah, the running joke for years was Hogan must pose.
What?
Yeah.
Hogan must pose.
Yeah.
I think he's dumping his neck.
They had the neck icon there. Now he's slamming the back Steele head on that canvas.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to snap his neck.
Count of one here for the champion.
Please stay tuned to the end of the match.
Yeah, stay tuned to the end of the match. Stay tuned to the end of the stream. Stay tuned for future streams. We'll talk about those again later on here. Hulk Hogan with the control here. They're out on the floor. We've talked about it on a previous stream, but for those of you who may not be aware, if you're not aware, I'm not sure why you're watching this stream, but pinfall commission in the ring, the only way to win the championship. George Animal Steele cannot win the title by countout, cannot win the title by disqualification, obviously cannot win the title by time limit draw. Hogan back in the count of kick following George Animal Steele. Hulk Hogan won the championship from the Iron Sheik on January 23rd, 1984 at Madison Square Garden. If he wins this match, the big rematch comes at the Philadelphia Spectrum later tonight. Iron Sheik waited 4 months for that rematch. Iron Sheik going to get the shot regardless.
Dang. I just said dang.
Hogan up on the rope here. Could be going for the 10 punch. No, he decided not to do it.
It looks like Mr. Fuji's in a tuxedo with a fedora.
He is going to tuxedo with a fedora. That's why it looked like that. I once called Jake the Snake Roberts DDT Mr. Fuji, and the fedora didn't even leave Fuji's head. Still haven't figured that one out. George Animal Steele finally getting some offense in. You know George Animal Steele would love to get his hands on that championship.
I think the time this would be rated R if you're like screaming like really bad words like the second D word.
Flying splash from Hogan. Hogan almost never comes off the top rope, but he does here and he gets the win. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. That was the shortest match of the night. I don't know what it is with this game making the shortest match of the stream the main event. It happened all the time. Yeah, my friend True Hope Faith, when she does her streams on Sunday, same thing. The main event girl like the shortest matches like always.
If you guys don't know, Jayhawk here won wrestling trivia.
Yeah, I did win a wrestling trivia not too long ago. I got an eye on it. Thank you, though, buddy.
Welcome.
All right, go. That, again, super quick match here. I mean, good for Hulk, I guess, with the match coming up in Philadelphia. We'll go over that lineup again in a couple minutes. We're going to wrap things. We're going to go recap this show. We will go over that. We'll get some plugs in. And then we will take a break and do the Philadelphia Spectrum show in a little bit. Hogan must pros.
I heard you say pros. Not pose.
Hogan must pro. He's just going to stand up here and start doing poetry reading and celebration.
I heard you say pros. I heard you say pros, not pose. So you can't blame me.
Of course, you heard me wrong, but again, what you going to do? Just going to start reciting haiku in the middle of it? All right. Let's go ahead and recap what we've seen here in this universe. We've had some fun here. We open with Greg the Hammer Valentine defeating Chief Jay Strongbow. FD Jones with a minor upset over Dr. D. David Schultz. Billy Travis is still undefeated since we started the stream. Four episodes of Championship Wrestling. Billy Travis has wrestled 3 times and 3-0.
Like, we could have seen Paul Orndorff get the defeat Billy's winning streak because he had a 2 counts, not 3, but a 2 counts, and he was mad at the ref.
Yeah, he hit that pile driver. He thought he had it won. I thought he had it won. Billy Travis kicked out, goes on to win. Carson Slaughter with the win over Pete Doherty, and of course Hulk Hogan retained the WWF Championship. We also heard from David Wolff saying he's Cyndi Lauper's official manager, not Lou Albano. And he'll bring Cyndi Lauper to a future edition of Piper's Pit. We'll keep an eye out on that story.
Well, make sure to follow Jay.
Before we get to that, let's tell people what they're going to catch on the next stream.
All right.
We've got action from the Philadelphia Spectrum still to come. The main event will be Hulk Hogan defending the championship against the Iron Sheik. We've got Bob Backlund against Mr. Fuji. We've got Carson Slaughter against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Tito Santana defending the Intercontinental title against Dr. D. David Schultz. Gamula of the Wild Samoan taking on the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi. Tony Gurria will be in action, much more, 8 matches in all on that stream when we get to it. We'll get to that in a little bit. Now we can go ahead and start plugging something. You can follow me on Twitter and TikTok at RefJayhawk. Of course, if you're on Twitch, you already know RefJayhawk on Twitch.
And if you watch replays on YouTube, for Flair Woo, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notification bells.
Yep, absolutely. And thank God when they click that like button as hard as you can. I don't know why clicking the like button any harder is going to do any good, but the guy got a lot more followers than I do. Apparently, it worked for him.
Well, like that, you all just press. You might want to hit that notification bell because you don't know what could happen in a future live stream.
Absolutely. Well, we got action for the Philadelphia Spectrum coming up the next time we join you. Please keep an eye out on that notification. We should be going up to here in a little bit. I gotta get some food. I have not had lunch yet.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta go get some food before we do anything else. But we'll be back in a little bit, everybody.
Yep.
Stay safe. Support independent wrestling. And we'll catch you next time out here on the stream.
Thanks for watching. Good night. I don't know how to say good afternoon. I gotta go